Hi, this is Isha. You're watching a video with justtutors.com. In today's video, we'll be learning about solid shapes, and in this lesson, we'll first work with the introduction to the solid shapes, and then we'll work with the surface area of cube and cuboids. Let's begin our lesson with a small warm-up question. You can pause the video here to try this question. In this question, we need to find out how many vertices, edges and faces these objects have got. So in the first one, we have a cube. In cube, we have 8 vertices, or we can also call it as corners. Edges, we have 12 edges in it in a cube, and we have 6 faces. In the next picture, it's a cuboid. So in a cuboid, we have 8 vertices, 12 edges and 6 faces. So you can see, even though the given vertices, edges and faces are same, however the objects are different because it's made up of squares from all sides and it is made up of rectangle. With this, we are good to move ahead to learn more about a cube. An object which looks like solid box having 6 identical square faces. Look at this picture. You can see that all the faces in a square it is made up of in a cube is made up of squares which are all identical, that is exactly of same size. If we are calculating surface area of a cube where the length is given x, what do you think how we can calculate it? Do you know how to find the area of a square, a 2D flat shape? We calculate it by timesing the length with the width or breadth, we say. So it's length times by the breadth. However, because it's a square, so its length is x and the breadth is x as well. So if we times x and x, the answer is x squared. This is how we find the area of one face of a cube. And here we have 6 such faces. So what do you think? Yes, the number of faces are 6. So the total surface area of a cube is 6x squared. Now let's have a look of a cuboid. A cuboid is again having 6 plane faces. However, the difference is that here the opposite rectangular plane surfaces are identical. If I'm looking at this one, the front face, then the back will be exactly the same. If I'm looking at the top face, then the bottom face will be exactly the same. If I'm looking at the face which is on the left side, then the face on the right will be exactly the same. So here the opposite faces are identical. Now let's move to see how we find the surface area of a cuboid. So to find the surface area of a cuboid, we need to calculate the total area of all the faces. Here we have length, breadth and height separately. All the faces, all the edges are of different length, breadth and height. In order to find area, that is total surface area, we need to calculate for each face. So here, what do you think is the area for this face, that is the front face? So it's h times by the length, and we have the similar face that is exactly of the same dimensions on the back sides. So it's 2 times h times l added to the top, or let's just see the side faces at first. So it's b times h again times by 2 and b times l for the top one times by 2, so that we are including the bottom face as well. So this is how we write the total surface area of a cuboid. You can pause the video to have a good look at this formula. Now some practice questions for you. You can pause the video to try these questions, and when you are done with your question, make sure that you check your answer with the answer slide provided at the end. Thank you for watching this video. For more, please visit justtutors.com.